Season 2 patch notes dropped a few days ago, but I wanted to let it marinate. I wanted everybody to play a little bit. I played a little bit. I'm not going to give my full thoughts on everything. I'm going to wait for that to be in the podcast. However, I wanted to play a little bit so I know what I was talking about reading these patch notes. I have not taken a look at them. So this is the first time we're looking at these patch notes, and I'm going to give my initial response on them. So let's see. Make sure you got your snacks. Make sure that you're relaxed. This is gonna probably be a long video, so whether you're jogging, whether you're playing games, whether you're working out, cleaning dishes, cleaning the house, whatever you're doing, you have a good time. But let's hop into it. So the new fighter, Samurai Jack, is out now. Samurai Jack. Now, I did a little community post a couple days ago about Samurai Jack being broken or balanced. Now, I think some people confuse the difference between balance and like fun. I was reading the comment, and I would put the comment on the screen, but I'm not gonna do you like that. But I was reading the comment, and the person was like, Samurai Jack's not balanced, it's lore accurate. And I was just thinking, I was like, yes, it matches what he looks like, but like, imagine any game you play that has a lower aspect and the balance is chosen based off the lore. Like, how many Overwatch, League of Legends, Street Fighter, Tekken, how many people would just be legit stomping on everybody because the balance is revolving around lore? I thought that was like a really funny comment, and it made my day. I don't know if they were serious or not. But in terms of what I think about Samurai Jack, I think Samurai Jack has too many tools in his kit. I think that he can do kind of everything. He's not a hard character, which makes it kind of rough. He has a lot of coverage. He has disjointed hitboxes. What I will say that makes Samurai Jack a little bit more bearable, unlike Harley Quinn, Finn, these characters that are just annoying. Batman's one of them too, is that Samurai Jack is pretty telegraphed. You know what he's gonna do when he does it. Whereas things like Batman might be a little bit like, bro, what's going on? I've fought you like 8 times, 10 times, and I still don't know what you do. Samurai Jack is a little bit more kind of straightforward. And I think a lot of his delay is there on most of his abilities. There's some abilities where he can recover rather quickly. I do think that he might need to be locked out of some abilities because he does spam a lot. I've noticed there's several different types of Samurai Jack players, and I was playing Agent Smith. We're gonna get to him, but I was playing Agent Smith because I didn't want to do the difficulty thing. They got me messed up, so I decided to just wait to buy him. So I don't really know what I'm doing. And the jacks that I went against, you have kind of like the spamming jacks, the ones that will just spam the side dash, and then once they get their fury, they're gonna spam it again. You also have the actual jacks that know how to play. You have the jacks that'll spam another ability. So I think most of the time, given the situation that he's very easy, he has a lot of tools in his kit to kind of handle everything. That being said, he's not a character like Batman where just spamming is going to win you the match. It's annoying because spamming in any game is annoying, but Samurai Jack doesn't really spam in a way where it's unbeatable or it's very hard to deal with. It's telegraphed. Like, everything is telegraphed with that character. That being said, again, I think he needs lockouts. He shouldn't be able to do a lot of what he does freely. He's very free of like resources. I feel like if they gave him some resources, I think the character would be much better in a balanced scenario. Like I said, the only thing that really keeps him kind of not broken OP crazy, but just strong, what keeps him like in that realm rather than like OP, is the fact that it's telegraphed. Most of what he does, you can see it from a mile away. That doesn't mean it's easy to deal with, but at least you know what's going to happen when it happens, type of deal. So but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. There were some great comments on that post, but I just wanted to kind of bring it up again just for like the sake of my personal thoughts, and just kind of if you guys thought any different now that you played for a few days. So just let me know in the comments below. But let's move on. So Jason and Agent Smith are now purchasable for 6,000 fighter currency. We kind of already knew that was going to happen, and I already purchased them. Joker is now 3,000 currency. Again, you kind of already knew that would happen. I said that would happen within like the first few days of the season. So there was somebody that was like, I watched your other content on your other games, and usually when you say what you say, you're right. So you know what? I'm gonna listen to you, because he was wondering, like, is Joker gonna lower in price? And I was like, well, usually in games like this, you know, they will lower it down in price, and you're probably gonna see him next season. So if you just save it, you know, you'll be good to go. But I don't know for sure. He was like, I'll just listen to you anyway, because you're usually always right. And then it happens anyway, so it's funny. We got a new map, Water Tower. I haven't actually got the luxury of playing on this map yet. Let me know what you guys think. We have ranked queues. Now, there's going to be some guides coming out. Now, you guys are like, Poppin', you haven't made a guide in forever. No, there's going to be some guides coming out, but I wanted ranked to drop before I give you guys any guides, because obviously, if it works in normals, that doesn't mean it's going to work against better players. I want to go against better players and then teach you what actually works. As far as like the ranking system goes, I don't know how good matchmaking is. Let me know in the comments. I haven't dove into it. I'm gonna do it this weekend and then talk more about things like that in the podcast and whatnot. But I'm glad it's here. First of all, like that's straight up, I'm glad it's here. I'm glad there's rewards. I'm glad that they broke it in from 1v1 to 2v2, so then there's nobody like cheating, because you know, like the top dog challenge, you just 2v2 and you climb the leaderboard like nothing. But with the fact that it's broken up, you can really like see like what's good, what's bad. I'll also be making a tier list too once I start, you know, getting into that ranked, because again, it's a totally different ball game. I'm super happy that it's here. Again, let me know your thoughts about the matchmaking below. I don't usually play ranked as soon as it drops for any game, whether it be season 1 or season 82, because usually you get a whole bunch of people that are mismatched. Like you're getting a whole bunch of either tryhards, or you get a whole bunch of people that are just really skilled, or people that aren't that great. And I usually like to go in after it all has been kind of weeded and seeded, so that way that I can get into it and kind of get into my own bracket. In games like League of Legends, I think maybe Overwatch does it as well. It takes your previous rank and kind of factors that into the equation. In games like that, I usually will hop in day one, but if it's like a blank slate, I'm just gonna wait, just so that I can have more of an accurate match against others. So we have ranked queues are now available. Queue up 2v2, 1v1. Ranked matches are best sets of 3. Yo, there was someone that was asking about that in the comments. They were like, bro, they should make it best sets of 3. You should not be able to just teabag and leave. Bro, that's hype. That's hype. Speaking of teabagging, by the way, not only does this help remedy that, because you can lose and then rematch again, because there was literally no rematches in Multiversus for some reason. But I don't know if you noticed, but the end screen for victory is shorter. And I could be crazy, don't get me wrong, but the end screen is shorter to the point where characters can't even finish their emotes after. So although they didn't directly attack the teabagging situation, I'm glad that they did what I suggested. I'm not saying I'm the reason why they did it, but I suggested just make it a little bit shorter, so that way it's less annoying to deal with. It was like 5 seconds of teabagging, but now it's like so quick. It's like, oh, you're teabagging, whatever, I'm out. You know, it's much faster. You're not forced to sit there. So play your first games, whether it was my video, whether it was somebody else's video, whether it was whatever. I'm glad that you guys are at least trying to take a step in the right direction to fix some of the issues that maybe not the top best players have, but like some of the things that the lower community has, not the lower, the majority of the community has about the game. So that's something super small, but it helps a lot, because I hated being stuck there. I don't know if it's in their notes or not, but I felt it personally. Okay. Some character teams are not allowed in rank matches. Bro, let's go. Your rank is separate on each character that you play, which is basically how Street Fighter works and Tekken, you know, games like that. I think Smash works like that too. Try to rank up as many characters as you can. You get rewards. Do you get things for like ranking up multiple times? Number of fighters gold. It doesn't show that you get anything. Oh, it's just like if you get it to silver or gold, then you like have the points. I don't usually use badges though, to be honest, but that background fire. Now, do we get these rewards at the end? Variants and banner rewards at the at the end of the season. Badges awarded. I know you guys can't probably read that. That's very small. Variants rewarded for each. Okay, cool. The rifts. Okay, the rifts are great so far. I love the storyline. So they have the Samurai Jack storyline, the main sequence, and then I noticed that they broke the storyline at the bottom to like some alternate universe type of main sequence of like the jokey joke. What I was talking about with like other chapters, it was like, okay, these chapters are they're just kind of, it's like there was nothing there lore wise. It was just like a theme. Well, it seems like they added like a lore in the middle, a theme at the bottom, and then the top is like another character, which was Agent Smith. I didn't really get super all the way to the end, but I got to like the middle. I didn't want to like blaze through it. I like to have it kind of like ready to go when I want to enjoy it. But so far, I really like it. Now, I'm going to talk more about this in the podcast, obviously. But so far, again, player first. I don't know if you listen to us. But like I said, my videos had great comments. Community posts had great comments. The Reddits had great comments. So the fact that they're listening, gathering all this information. Twitter had great comments too. And trying to implement that is huge. And like I said, a lore thing for me. Give me a reason to play that mode that isn't locked behind something. Transactional gameplay does not make me want to play. I want to play because it's fun. So it felt fun to me, like fun. All right. Fix an issue where certain attacks would freeze when hitting destructible enemies. Okay. Events now reward event currency tokens, which players can redeem for in-game items. Cool. We've added new event shops to exchange earned currencies or tokens for new theme skins and cosmetics. I actually really like that. I don't know if you guys seen it already, but they did have those new event skins for the medals. And then they also have the prestige content skins. Those were clean. Like the skin game right now, clean. I can't wait for them to drop more later in this season if they do. Event missions now released on a weekly basis. Thank you. I definitely needed that. I felt so overwhelmed. PvP games now award event experience. Again, thank you. I literally, these are everything that I kept bringing up. It's crazy. Again, I'm not saying it's because of me. I'm pretty sure everybody had the same thought, but it's always crazy to see me talk about something in a video and then have the devs do something. Again, whether or not it's me, it's just kind of like, I just like seeing it. So the fact that I said, let's have Rift people enjoy the Rift if they want to, and then have the PvP people enjoy the PvP if they want to, that's huge. There's no reason to force either other to do the others. Just make it low for each, and if someone wants to dive deep, whether into PvP or PvE, let them do that. And this is great. Certain fighter variants are now tagged as boost variants. Equip boost variants during an event to increase experience. That's really cool. I didn't notice that. Boost variants will increase experience rate for fighter mastery, battle pass, character. This is dope. Boost variants actually, I think I did see boost, but I didn't know what it was. Again, I didn't read the patch notes till now. Boost variants can be earned and used prior to the end of an event. Boost variants allow for accelerated progression, but are not required for event completion. I really like this. I think this is a way to remedy that thing where people were like, you have to play the specific skin and it costs money, stuff like that. In my opinion though, the skins didn't really cost money. They gave them to you for free, but I guess if you miss the event, you don't have the skin, therefore you do have to pay for it. So I can see both stories, but I think this is a way to remedy that by saying you can get more if you have it, but don't fret, you still get what you get. I really like that. Combat changes. All right, here we go. We're looking into combat mechanics across the cast, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to like waste you guys' time, so I'm not going to read super in depth. Work better as combo. Several attacks have been updated to work better as combo starters. Ooh. Okay. We are also updating the language in our patch. Branch window to describe the period of time where a player can input a new action to interrupt a fighter animation before it is completed. From now on, patch notes refer to these as cancel windows. Okay, that's better because like, bro, I was like, branch window, what is that? I mean, I figured I knew what it was, but it sounded weird. Fighters now maintain their ground momentum into a ground jump, even if it exceeds their maximum airspeed. This allows the fighters to better jump in against the, yo, I felt that. Okay, like I thought I was crazy. There's something in my eye. I thought I was crazy. I actually felt that in game. Bro, I felt that in game. That's crazy. It definitely felt smoother. That's a good change. Fighters frozen by receiving maximum stacks of ice debuff now applies an incapacitate resistant buff. Okay, so this is just what they had before for like being grabbed and stuff like that. So it's not that bad. Fighters clinging to a wall will begin to slide faster upon spending 1.5 seconds on the wall. I noticed this too. Terrain bounce knockback has been standardized across the cast to prevent lighter characters from... I really like this. This is huge. Bro, these changes are like going ape. Every patch that they've done, their competitive changes have always been amazing. Now, again, I always said the community changes have not really been that great. They kind of like ignored them. But But so far we're reading this, it didn't seem like they're ignored. And like I said, their competitive changes are always on point. So I really like that. Maximum weekend debuff, or maximum weekend debuff stacks have been reduced from 3 to 5. Okay. Oh, that's good. I read that backwards. I was like 3 to 5. Why? But from 5 to 3, I like that. I like that. It makes it easier. And I don't think it's, does that mean we take less of that debuff, or does that mean its valued is into 3s? I'm gonna just take it at face value and say that you can no longer be debuffed to 5, which means you'll be like blasted off the map super soon. You're debuffed to 3. If you don't know what weekend is, weekend allows you to kind of just be knocked back faster, like boop, and you're gone. This is why a lot of characters like Batman, I can't think of many characters right now, but a lot of those characters can like knock you off the map super easily. After they applied that, it's because of that. So seeing that go down is great. And again, I don't know if it's they just smashed it all into 3 instead it's the same value, or if they just made it so that way it's less knockback when you see that 3 stacks. All right. Airwalker, cancel window after performing spawn delayed 6 frames. Okay, I haven't even really seen anybody use that, to be honest. Map characters, okay, blah 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 blah. Oh, there's nothing that was changing the map, it's just there. All right, let's get into some buffs and whatever. I haven't played Agent Smith, so I played it after the patch. I don't know like what craziness he had, but let's see. Fix an issue with Agent Smith sticker, okay, fix an issue, okay, issue. First hit now more consistently combos into his gunshots. Oh, I did kind of feel that, but I didn't know that was a problem at the beginning. First hit box activate during increase 6 rate or duration increasing. Okay. I actually noticed that one though. I noticed the hitbox active duration because I would whiff and they walk into it and it's like, dang, I still hit you. Ground slide attack on hit jump cancel window advanced 12 frames reverted from patch 1.0. Hitbox startup time delayed to 1 frame. Air ground neutral attack. Ground inversion can no longer slide off the ledge. That's good. Plus now breaks armor. I noticed that. Air down attack on cancel window delayed by 3 frames. Air up attack, repeat move lockout increased to 18 frames from 8 frames. I never noticed anything like that. I haven't even noticed it playing against the Agent Smiths before this patch. Ground down special now applies incapacity. Okay, now breaks armor. I did notice that, but I didn't know it didn't do that at the beginning. Again, this is my first time playing them. Air neutral special startup window before charge increase 4 frames. Ground. Okay. All right, Agent Smith. I didn't think Agent Smith was an issue. Agent Smith is one of those characters that are like, it's good if you're good. Period. You're gonna suck if you suck at him. You just gonna suck. He's like Velma, but obviously easier to play than Velma. Arya, stun attack from face stealing another Arya now applies. Okay, I guess. They really are like scared to touch Arya. It's hilarious. Batman, ground dash attack, hit stun reduce. Thank you. Automatic cancel window to second hit advance 8 frames. Okay, I don't know about that. Uncharged knockback increased to 1650 from. Okay, so they wanted to give him a little bit more KO potential, a little bit more knockout potential. Air / ground neutral attack. Fix an issue where battering would not apply a weekend. You don't need to fix that issue. Let it not apply a weekend. Air ground special. Fix an issue where a bat bomb could attach to 2 enemies at the same time. I think I noticed that. Black Adam. Ooh. Air side attack. First hit knockback ceiling reduced to 1 from 5. This should help the attack link better into the second hit against the enemy with high damage. I actually appreciate that. Air ground side special. Fix an issue or projectile would be destroyed after being reflected. Never noticed that one. Bugs Bunny ground side special now applies. Okay, that's actually really good. Garnet ground up attack. Plus full charge, 3rd hit damage increase. Okay. Garnet did need some help, and I hope they keep messing with her. Full charge, 3rd hit knockback increase. Okay. Full charge. Okay. So basically, she just got a nice little knockback buff. Air / ground neutral special added speed particle effects to fighters with at least 1 stack of rhythm buff. Oh, this is actually huge because you never knew like if they were buffed. So I like this a lot. I like that a lot. Gizmo. Just tell me you increase his hitbox, I'm chilling. Air ground special, arrow charge jump height adjusted to better match them. I thought they did that already. Ground down attack, music notes spawned by this attack will attach to an ally, no longer deal knockback. Oh, while attached to an ally. Okay, that's good. No longer has a hitbox on the piano while attached to an ally. No longer has a hitbox. Oh. That's interesting. Huh. That was interesting. That was interesting. Air slash ground up special. Maximum ally attach time reduced to 8 seconds. Okay, that's interesting too. Rhythm's gonna get you. Now applies. Okay. Harley Quinn. Ooh. What did you guys do to her? Ground dash attack. First hit more reliably combo into final hit. I haven't gone against the Harley Quinn recently. It's always been Samurai Jack. Air side attack. Second hit knockback scaling reduced to 1 from 8. This should help attack link better into air side attack 2 against enemies with high damage. Second hit. I'm trying to think. Air side attack. That's the one where she kicks, right? This should help. Oh, I know what they're trying to do. Okay, I got it. It makes sense. Air slash ground neutral special. Bomb self attach lockout increase from what's it? Okay, that's actually good. Iron Giant. Oh God, what did y'all do to Iron Giant? Remains a menace in PvP. I haven't actually went against an Iron Giant that was a menace. Like I haven't met many great ones. That's all I'll say. But I'm pretty sure in the right hands is nasty. Fix an issue. Okay. Increase hit stun taken. Good. Slightly reduces knockback taken at low damage. Reduce hit pause influence modifier at low damage. Okay. Reduce weight. I'm glad about that weight thing. Dude's heavy. Iron Giant no longer gives himself a thorn buff while he has great buffs or great health. I didn't even know that was a thing. That would explain a lot though. Ally thorns unaffected. Great health gain from rage mode now scales based on bolts. That's really cool. Burst cooldown increased to 37 seconds from 29. Okay. Ground side attack on whiff cancel window delayed for a frame. Good. Air neutral attack on whiff cancel. Good. Less aerial momentum. Good. They are really going ham. Air side attack. First hit start out window increased 3 frames. Second hit on and third hit timing updated to compensate final hit timing unchanged animation. Okay, that's a lot. I'm not even gonna dissect that. Knockback reduce. Good. Ground side special now applies. Okay. Air attack window delayed 16 frames. Actually, let me just reverse to this. This is really good, by the way. I really like that. This is good. Air cancel window delayed. Okay, landing active. Hitbox duration reduced. Good. Rage mode air. Okay, that's the rage mode. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Now applies. But okay, really good. Resistance buff. Static discharge perk is currently disabled while we update Iron Giant's passive. Interesting. All right, we got Jake. Jake's gonna need some buffs, but let's see what they did. Fix an issue where certain animations had misaligned hurt boxes. Thank you. That was like one of the major frustrating things about Jake. Jake's already frustrating to go against, but the fact that this man just didn't have the right hit boxes or the hurt boxes, great. I like that. Very good. Ground dash attack. Start out window, reduce 8 frames. First hit more reliably. First hit more reliably. Jesus. First hit more reliably combos into second and third hits. Great. Third hit damage increased to 7 from 5. Awesome. Third hit knockback increase. Okay, these are some really. I'm not gonna read everything. I'm just gonna like read it in my head. But these are some really good changes. Air neutral attack knockback scaling increase. Wow. Okay. Knockback angle made more vertical. Wow. Okay. Hit stun increase. More aerial momentum is maintained on. Okay. We actually talked about this in the last patch notes, I believe. Air neutral attack 2 is now air neutral attack neutral special follow up. Air neutral attack 2 is now air neutral attack neutral special follow up. I'd have to like see it to know what I'm reading. Input requirements change to neutral special after air neutral special. Using this attack consumes 1 air special. Now launches Jake upwards and forwards. Now only hits 1 time. Is this the one where he like stretches? I think so. Knockback, knockback, scaling, okay, knockback angle, maybe more horizontal. I think that's the one where he stretches. But what's this about air neutral 2 is now, I'd have to like, I'm gonna test that. I'm gonna test that after I do the special. Jason, my man's, Hit stun reduced slightly. Definitely. I literally called this within that last patch. I was like, bro, y'all made Jason was already a problem damage wise. He sucked everywhere else, but the dude could KO. Y'all made it so he's better and he could still KO. I knew that he was gonna get nerfed, and I called that I don't know how many weeks ago. That I already knew that. Resurrection perk. Resurrected fighters are now immediately rung out when the effect card ends instead of being launched upwards. Huh. That's interesting. LeBron, air side attack, no basketball. On hit, cancel window, advance to friends. Good, because LeBron needs some help. Marvin, air ground neutral special, repeat move lockout and thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Morty, please keep I don't know. Keep this dude in check though. Ground side attack, horizontal hit size hitbox increase. Okay. Ground side attack hitbox increase. Okay. I like that they didn't do anything crazy. They just increased the size. Snake projectile collision adjusted so they are less likely to instantly collide with terrain on spawns. I think that was necessary. Air side attack knockback angle made slightly more vertical. Knockback increased. Knockback scaling increased. Hitbox size adjusted. Hitbox startup delay 1 frame. Now has a max spawn range of 1900 units. They didn't do anything like crazy. I guess to be fair, a lot of Morty's like issues were addressed in the last patch that they did, like the mid-season patch. So when I go against him now, he's not much of an issue because they addressed it. Like I said, player first games, when it comes to their balances, they are really good at seeing the competitive side of their game. I think one thing that they kind of lack at, and I don't know why, honestly, maybe they don't have someone like in that type of field, the like what everybody wants, you know, type of like a community person. That's no shots to anybody, but I'm just saying, like a lot of their focus is just so competitive. The better, there needs to be balance. This needs to be changed, but they're forgetting about the people who don't see the game as competitive. Like, what about those people? And I think that's an area that they lack. But it definitely seems like they're trying. But I still think they kind of lack that area. With the new Rift mode, though, you know, it definitely sees that they're focusing on that area. But what I think they're doing is I think they are putting, they have 2 buckets. Rift mode players are the casuals and the PvP players are the competitive, which is just not true. And so I think when they start thinking more about mixing those 2 buckets, I think a lot of their patches will be better going forward. This is a better patch though. A lot of things that were talked about and thought about, you know, they're working on, or they have already worked on. So I'm not saying that they didn't do that, but I just know that they're not all the way there. There are some games where they have community managers, or they have certain people. When I say community managers, I'm talking like the people who are above the community managers. I don't know the name, but they have like these groups. I want to say, I really don't know the name for it. It's slipping on the end of my tongue. But basically, there's a group in a developer company that does focus on like social media aspects. Maybe that would be the community manager. When I think about it. But they take all that feedback and they really try to introduce it in a way so it's like, this is going to be better for those players that aren't that competitive, you know? And I want to see that. Again, League of Legends does that, Riot Games do that. And I would like to see it for player first. Street Fighter does that. Tekken does that. Like a lot of these devs that have been around for a long time really do focus on not just the competitive scene, but everybody else too. So I do want to see more of that, and they already are showing that they're hinting towards it. So that's great. A lot of these changes you guys have been asking about in the comments about your characters and whatnot, and they're doing it. So, I mean, they are thinking about you guys, and that's cool. But I still think we could get a little bit further into thinking about everybody, but we going in that direction, player first games. I see you doing it. Rain Dog, ground neutral special. On hit, cancel window, advance 22 frames. Okay, dang. Air version unchanged. Ground up attack. Plus hitbox active duration increase for... First of all, I just want to say, for the person that's writing all this, respect, because you write a lot. I'm sorry. Hitbox activation duration for frame. Okay, visuals not better match hitbox timing. That's good. Ground special, fix an issue. It seems like they really don't want to go too ham on Rain Dog, and I understand. You know, Rain Dog might be secretly OP if it's tuned a little bit too much, and so the best thing to do is take things little by little when you're buffing a character, because you don't want to break it. Having a character be super nerfed is better than having a character to be super broken. So, you know, a lot of the times when developers nerf characters, it might seem like overkill, but it's better that than like having to make another patch to lower it. Incremental changes are huge when it becomes buffs, but when it becomes nerfs, I don't think many developers really go that slow. They do try to like alleviate the pain as quick as possible and then just work from there. I think Rain Dog might be one of those characters in one of those cases, just like Arya, where it's like you don't want to do too much, because if you do too much, they might be just unstoppable. Rick, ground down attack. Okay, knockback increased to 1750 from 1500. Knockback scaling reduced from to 6 to 12. Its stun increase. Rick is an interesting character. So Rick is one of those characters that just aren't intuitive. And when it comes to Rick, the fact that your combos are about you being creative makes it so that Rick might be hard to balance. But it's not hard to balance for the people that are really good. Like, obviously, usually developers for their characters have a vision. They want a vision of like, this character is supposed to do this and be this. That said, if let's just say a person that's new to Rick plays Rick and they have no clue what they're doing, how do you make Rick good enough for them, but not so good it's unbearable for really good players that main Rick? And I think that might be the issue that they're running into right now, because Rick probably feels really lackluster to those who have no clue what they're doing, but Rick probably feels amazing to those who actually understand where to use what abilities, how to cancel, how to, you know, all their extra attacks. So every time I read a Rick update, it's always hilarious because that's what I think about. Shaggy? Rage ground special, fixed an issue where the shockwave would appear visually above the ground. I never noticed that. Rage air special, fixed an issue where knockback or shot back. So they still haven't fixed his like spam kick. If anything, what I would want to see done, if anything, because you can't really fix spam, I would want to see rage mode Shaggy knockback reduced and put more emphasis on another part of Shaggy so that good players can still use that knockback to their advantage, but you don't have all these Shaggies running away, powering up, coming in with a kick, running away, powering up, coming in with a kick. I think that'd be great. That being said, obviously Shaggy's not like a major problem. It's more of a problem for people that are like not super try hard, because if anybody is competitive enough that plays this game can easily beat a Shaggy in a 1v1. 2v2s, Shaggy's a pain and a menace, but 1v1s, obviously, if you spam with Shaggy, it's not that hard to beat you. But I do think that they need to reduce the damage from the rage mode, because it's a little high. Steven Universe fixed an issue where neutral draws. So Steven Universe actually had a very good nerf patch last patch, so I'm not even like looking for anything this one, because they did a good job. Ground dash first hit more reliably on combos into second hit now comes out faster than first hit. Again, they already touched a lot of his issues before, so nothing really to say. Stripe knockback angle made more diagonal towards Stripe. Stripe did have some misaligned hurt boxes. No longer allows dodge canceling between shots. Really? Stripe players, tell me how you feel. Oh God. Fix an issue of Stripe and occasionally teleport to the wrong target. I don't think I've noticed that. Air / ground special now applies 6-second cooldown when the dynamite explodes. No limit to 2 ammo with a 15-second ammo and ammunition cooldown. Oh, now limited to 2 ammo. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. I know why they did this, but like to the non-crazy Stripe players out there that just kind of dabble into Stripe, how y'all feel about that? Superman? Can y'all fix the dang lasers in his eyeballs? That's heat vision. That's what I need fixed, player first. Y'all didn't touch that yet. Fix it for me. We're chilling. Air side attack. Less air momentum is maintained on the attack startup. I actually like that. Actually, I really like that. Air neutral attack. Less air momentum. Again, I actually really like this. I like this a lot. It might seem like a nerf, especially because they put the minus, but dude, I like it personally. It makes it a lot more, makes them feel a lot more combative. Not like a one punch man. All right, Taz. Oh God, you got a lot that you need fixed. So let's see what they did. Fix an issue where certain animations were misaligned hurt boxes. Facts. Fix first hit more lively combos in the second hit. I think that was necessary. Ground neutral attack now applies additional stacks of taste debuff charge time. I think it necessary. Unchanged damage increase. Oh, uncharged damage increased. Okay. Uncharged knockback increased. Okay. This stuff was not an issue, I don't think, for me. Knockback made more horizontal hit stun increase. On cancel. Okay. Ground up special charge no longer can be held indefinitely. Attack auto triggers after holding the input for 1.3 seconds. On whiff cancel window delayed for frames. Necessary. Definitely necessary. So this is that one where he would just run around with the sandwiches and be chilling. 1.3 seconds before necessary. And I think I went against the Taz and yeah, I think he was shocked. Air neutral special now applies additional stacks taste. Okay. Air / ground special now has projectile immunity on certain hurt boxes while attempting to eat. Air ground special restricted momentum on hit to prevent the attack from dropping multiple hits. Final hit damage increased. Knockback instance or increased. Oh Jesus! Knockback scaling increased. Really? Air ground special now applies sensitive. Okay. Ally, I gotta get in there. Allies no longer into the dot pile after it hits an enemy. This will fix the issue with allies getting stuck into Taz. Fix an issue where anvils item picks. So my issue with Taz, because I think these are also some great changes. But my issue with Taz has always been his hurt box when he spins. So I wonder if this misaligned hurt box thing will help that, because that was my major issue. It just felt like he could spam that and you chilling. And so if that is fixed, I think I'm hyped. But I don't know, because I went against the Taz, but I didn't have any issues. So maybe it did get fixed. Who knows? The Joker, just delete this character. Now they did a lot of good changes last patch. I don't really know what they'll do this time. On whip cancel window delayed 6 frames on the ground side attack. Oh baby, hitbox align good, because yeah, he did have some crazy hitboxes that weren't registered properly. Air up attack no longer prevents terrain bounce on knockback. Okay. Air down special on hit cancel window delay 3 frames. Perfect. On wind cancel window delay 3. Perfect. Repeat move lockout. Perfect. You guys are amazing. Great nerfs. Let's move. Tom and Jerry. Air up attack. Sweet spot removed. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. What did they say though? The sweet spot was misconfigured and near impossible to hit. Tom and Jerry's air attack was already strong without the sweet spot so the sweet spot has been removed. Yeah. Thank you. All I'm gonna say. Appreciate it. Air up special now launches Tom higher on startup. Really? I actually like that a lot. Velma, ground down special mystery machine. Fix the issue where the mystery machine could grab 2 fighters. I never had that issue, but I still think that mystery machine is kind of buggy. Wonder Woman, haven't seen a Wonder Woman at all. Only Samurai Jacks. Ground side attack 1. On hit cancel window into the ground side attack 2, advance 2 frames. Air ground neutral spec cooldown removed. Huh? I'm trying to remember what the neutral special was. The lasso? I don't think that was it? Is it the lasso? Nah, I forgot. No, it is a lot. I forgot. Regardless, that's the only thing I think that has a cooldown aside from the one where she goes like this. So I'm gonna, well, that doesn't have a cooldown. Yeah, it's the lasso, right? You know, it would be better instead of saying ground side attack, you know, stuff like this. If they could just have the character name, I know that could be a lot to do in these patch notes, but I think it'd be for people that aren't really like a character specialist, saying things like lasso or saying things like Tom and Jerry's air up special, you know, would be like the rocket. Maybe add it, keep air special, but then just like add it like well, I guess it is a rocket, like air special dash rocket move. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm dumb. I'm sorry, player first. If that sounded dumb, my bad. Anyway, whip of Hephaestus. Hephaestus. Look, Greek's not my thing. If you're like popping, that's not Greek. You're trolling. That's definitely Greek. Oh wait, lasso on whiff, cancel window delay. Then what is this? I need to go in the game and click it. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to remember. I really don't know. I'd have to see. Grapple of Hermes, lasso on whiff, cancel window delay 16 frames. Oh God, that's rough. So that was the patch. Again, I didn't really talk about all my thought processes going into everything, you know. I haven't played a lot of ranks yet because, again, I wanted to save it for the weekend so I can add all the information to my podcast. It could be fresh. But let me know how you guys feel about the patch. I think this patch is great. I also know that they said for when they're talking about Rift, their characters will no longer be locked behind the Rift, so you don't have to worry about that. I think it's great. I think everything's good. I think the new events are awesome. In terms of like the events being boring, they made it so it's not boring. It's not the same repetitive thing anymore. Like, dude, they went ham on this patch. Now, the real question is, how are we going to carry on throughout the entire season? That's the real question, Player First Games. But if you guys want to see that podcast where I talk about anything and everything Multiversus, make sure you subscribe, that way you don't miss it. But this was the patch notes rundown. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't really got much to say. Until next time, you know what I always say. If you guys are doing what? Popping often. Will often. Enjoy the rest of your day and night. Peace, peace.